Hey everyone, today let's talk about something very human, about our tendency to avoid pain. When something hurts, emotionally or mentally, our instinct is often to distract ourselves, to stay busy, push it away, or even numb it. Avoidance feels like relief in the moment, but psychology tells us something important. What we avoid doesn't disappear, it waits. And then we come to Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. On the night before his crucifixion, Jesus knows suffering is coming, and he was overwhelmed. Even the Gospel of Luke tells us he is in deep anguish, so much so that his sweat falls like drops of blood. And what does Jesus do? He doesn't run, he doesn't numb himself, he doesn't pretend everything just fine. What he did was he prays. Think about it. His first instinct is to pray. In his prayer, he names his fear honestly. He himself said, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me." And that's not weakness. That's emotional truth. Even secular psychology will call this healthy emotional processing, facing pain instead of fleeing it. But theology calls it trust. But notice this too. Jesus doesn't stop at naming the pain. He also surrenders it. He said in his prayer, "Yet not my will, but yours be done." This is the way of Jesus. Not avoidance, not denial, but honest presence with God in the middle of suffering. My friends, sometimes we think faith means we shouldn't feel afraid, sad, or overwhelmed. But Jesus shows us something very different. Faith means bringing the pain into God's presence instead of carrying it alone. So if you are avoiding something right now, I don't know, perhaps a hard conversation, or a grief you haven't named, or an anxiety within you keep pushing down. Friends, I want you to hear this gently. Jesus doesn't rush you, but he invites you to stay. Healing doesn't always begin with answers. Often it begins with courage. Courage to sit with God and say, "God, this hurts." And when you do, you'll find that Jesus is already there, not avoiding pain, but holding you through it. So let us learn to face our pain by naming it before God in prayer. Peace be with you today.